So my first pregnancy with Genesis, even though I had sisters who had babies a lot and I've seen pregnancy and seen everything, being in it yourself, you kind of like have no idea how it really is. And, going to all the appointments, I didn't know I could do things differently. I was just in the obstetrician realm. So I just listened to everything they said. And I kind of just took their word for what was best for me. And, I had some questions and concerns, and I was met with like, oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Like everything's fine. And everything was fine, but I just felt like I wanted more, I guess. I wanted things to be more intentional, more like connected and not so like clean cut, like by the book and just like in and out, 5-minute appointment. That's it. Luckily, everything was fine for my birth with Genesis, with my first child, and everything was good. But when I found out I was pregnant again, I knew I wanted to do things differently. And then I found you on Facebook, and yeah, and we had that our first breakthrough call, and I just felt so seen and heard. And you completely just said everything that I was like looking for. Each week through the calls, it was amazing being with the group calls and being in a community of women, everyone talking and giving tips or just being there for each other, and then having support from you and teaching us everything from like emotional preparation, like affirmations and the guided meditations to like physical prep, doing spinning babies. I was doing those every day, drinking date smoothies. And I truly believe all of that helped. And me being in like sound mind and body to be mentally prepared to have an unmedicated natural birth and to not tear either. And I went into labor, and everything was amazing, going through contractions and feeling like experiencing the intensity of my contractions and just being like I got this, and this is exactly what I've been prepping for all of these months. And it wasn't painful, it was just intense. It was like a completely different mindset associated around like discomfort. And I thought that was really cool and beautiful. And that's like what you especially like focus on too. She was 8.5 pounds and her head circumference, that's why it took forever for me to push her down out. And because her head circumference was 15.5 inches or 39 centimeters. So, and that was like a really big for them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big baby's head. And then you did not tear.
No tears, no tears or anything, which, yeah, I was surprised, but yeah.
So you wrote me this testimonial and I read it last night and I was just weeping. It's so beautiful. Would you be open to reading that?
Yes, of course. Before finding you, I didn't even realize how disconnected I felt from my first pregnancy and birth. With my first pregnancy, I just kind of did what I was told. I didn't feel like I had a choice in my care. And honestly, I didn't even know I had to say. I just said it like, okay, we'll just go with whatever, and trusted everyone knew what was best. Thankfully, I had a healthy birth with no serious complications. But looking back, pushing felt so rushed and forced. I tore, and even though I was grateful for my daughter, it just wasn't the experience I wanted deep down. When I got pregnant with my second baby girl, a little over a year later, I kept thinking back to my first birth and knew I didn't want to feel like that again. I wanted something that felt more holistic, more intentional, and honestly more spiritual. I wanted to feel connected to my body and trust it, but I had no idea how to actually get there until I found you on Facebook. Everything from learning about interventions, preparing my body and emotions for birth, and just the way you constantly reminded us that birth is natural and that we as women hold so much power was exactly what I had been looking for, and honestly, so much more than I expected. As the months went on, pregnancy became such a lovely experience. Going through the learning modules, joining the group coaching calls, doing my spinning babies exercises, and making my date smoothies every day, it all became this routine that I genuinely looked forward to. Every little thing built my confidence more and more, and by the end of my pregnancy, I truly believed I was made to have the natural, unmedicated, low intervention birth I wanted. Being part of your community honestly shaped me into the woman I am today. It brought me and my partner closer emotionally and spiritually. It taught me what my body is capable of and that I have a voice and that I can advocate for the birth experience I want instead of just going along with whatever happens. Even though unexpected complications came up at the end of my pregnancy and during labor, I truly believed everything worked out the way it did because of the knowledge and confidence I gained through you. I still had the natural and medicated birth I wanted with no tearing to my beautiful 8.5 pound baby with a 15.5 inch head circumference. And after she unexpectedly turned breech during labor and I was almost facing a C-section. Looking back now, I honestly think that was the spiritual experience I had been asking for without even realizing It wasn't because everything went perfectly. It was because I trusted myself. I wasn't afraid, and I knew I had the power to make informed decisions every step of the way. The peaceful birth method is so much more than a childbirth education course. It's love, growth, healing, and empowerment. It doesn't just prepare you for birth, it changes the way you see yourself. And I know everything I learned will stay with me for the rest of my life. Through every birth and season of motherhood, I'm so incredibly grateful I found you when I did. I just got chills for a second. I felt like I was gonna cry.
I feel like I'm gonna cry. I'm crying a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Oh,
really was so amazing, and it was all thanks to you. Like I've never met anybody like you before, and like having to experience like your love, your warmth and your support is just really beautiful. Yeah, of
thank you, Lillian.
course. I'm sorry. I feel bad for making you cry.
I'm just feeling it. It's so special. It's so special too. Really, like my intention in the work that I do is to love all the mothers that I work with and to bring them my love and give them my love because a lot of women are going through pregnancy and birth in a model, in a container where there isn't love. And I really feel like the way birth should be, the best approach for birth is for everyone to give birth with people who love them, with care providers and doulas and birth workers and family who love them. I really believe that the best way that I can support women in having, beautiful and peaceful birth experiences is to give them love, my love, and to love them and bring that love into everything that I do. And for the program to be not just like, let's get ready for birth, but like to support you in your initiation into motherhood and to give you tools that you take with you for the rest of your life. It's the way that I want to serve is to build those connections and love everyone that I support and give them the tools and the empowerment that they'll take with them for the rest of their lives. And that's the way that you received the program. And that makes me just so happy and feel so good. Like I feel like I, really helped you. And so I was just crying because I was feeling that, the gift of that reflection to me, so much to me. So thank you.
Of course, thank you. Yeah, it is really shown in everything that you do. And like I said, it's just I'm so happy I met you. Like you are not just somebody that is like a small part in my life. Like you have been a pivotal part of my life that you'll be with me forever and always because you just made such a huge impact. Like this has really meant so much to me. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. You'll be a part of my life forever. And
Thank you.
I'm always going to love your family.